Okay, so hello, I'm Jared White, and before I start, here is my audience. Yeah. Uh, yeah. So, yeah. Anyways, so.
Did you get yourself in
I did.
Okay. 1 second. Okay.
And we are all above the age of 16.
I don't think. Okay, anyways. Moving on. So, 3, 2. Think back to a time where you were about 5 or 6 years old. You all probably remember coloring pages outside the lines, finger painting turkeys for Thanksgiving, or making hand puppets of Christopher Columbus. What I'm trying to get you to realize is that we all learned these concepts through creativity and imagination. Let me ask you this. Have any of you ever considered the impact or benefits of creativity on a child?
Yes.
Yes.
No. Anyways.
Oh, we're supposed to say no.
Anyways, hopefully after this, you all probably will. Now, I will admit, I am no psychologist or doctor, and I am no expert on this topic, but about a year ago, I took a psychology class where we talked about how creativity affects different age groups, and I simply wanted to learn more. Today, we will discuss how creativity allows children to become better learners, and how it opens new doors for Montessori education, and how educators can easily help students become more creative people. To start off, I would like to define what creativity is and how it can be broken down into a 5-dimensional model. According to Bill Lucas in his article, A 5-Dimensional Model of Creativity and Its Assessments in Schools, published in 2016, creative thinkers are those who generate ideas to explore more possibilities and to expand their own thinking. To further expand upon this, let us discuss what the 5-dimensional model is. It is a 5-section circle that is broken down into 5 different pieces, those pieces being inquisitive, imaginative, persistent, collaborative, and disciplined. Depending on how high a child scores within each section, the more or less creative that child is. Now, the type of assessments they would use to measure a student's creativity are tests such as psychometric tests, personality tests, and behavioral tests, just to name a few. Now, studies have shown that creativity opens new doors for Montessori education, but allow me to open the door for the rest of you to know what Montessori education is. According to multiple researchers of the article Beyond Executive Functions, Creative Skills Benefit Academic Outcomes and Insights from Montessori Education, yes, that's the entire title, published in 2016, they stated that Montessori school children score higher than same-age children on topics in school such as language, math, well-being, and divergent creative tasks. Children who went through creative testing were asked of 2 different objectives, one targeted towards divergent creativity while the other was targeted towards convergent creativity. Divergent creativity asked of the children to take a abstract shape such as this one and draw as many drawings based off of that one as they could. While convergent creativity asked of the children to take 3 abstract shapes and combine them into one drawing. Finally, let's discuss how teachers and educators can easily implement creativity into their curriculum. So how can they help? Well, ladies and gentlemen, what if I told you that a teacher could help students be more creative with roughly $34 and a simple trip to Walmart?
Wow.
Yeah. Turns out it's exactly as simple as it sounds. In the past year, the Hindustan Times published an article titled "The Art of Creative Expression: Does Adding New Painting Materials Improve Child's Creativity and Emotional Health states, researchers Lan Yu confirms that children tend to use relatively few materials when painting, which are best suited towards fine detail such as watercolor pens and colored pencils. Now, the reason why schools tend to opt for those options, such as watercolor pens and paintings, and also colored pencils, is because of their relatively low cost and because they are very convenient, and also they are very easy to clean up. Researchers also found that by mixing a number of different materials further expands a child's creative thinking, allows them to become better understanding of concepts, and also allows them to deal with their emotional trauma if they have any. So, before I conclude, I would like to share something with you all. Back when I was a young child, I imagined that the sun was in love with the earth and that they were simply dancing around each other, and that was essentially how I first understood the solar system. Moral of the story is, creativity has been a large part of my identity for my entire life. And creativity hasn't only been that, but it also helps Montessori education. It helps students become better learners and can help them deal with their emotions and can easily be implemented into any curriculum. Now, before I end this, I would like to leave you all with the words of the late, great Robin Williams. You are all given a small spark of madness, and when you let go of that, then you're nothing. So don't let go of that spark. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.